Have you ever felt like today's world tends to idolize the business world a little too much? Tends to show the flashy side of things, tend to make it look like it's super easy. Every single course or program that's being pitched to you online where you can make $1 million in a year. Have you ever felt like something seems to be missing? Like it's too good to be true, like they're not telling you the entire story? Well, I did too. And that's why I'm here today to share with you 6 uncomfortable truths that you need to know about business. Let's go. Hey guys, my name's Yahya, founder and creator of Record Breaker, where I help you shatter past your highest revenue record months in the shortest amount of time. But the more important part is, I've built 5 businesses in my life: manufacturing, consulting, marketing, e-learning, technology. And here's what I wish somebody had shared with me back when I started. With that said, truth number 1, you are going to fail. The biggest guarantee in business is that you're going to fail. And yes, you might have heard of golden unicorns and people who just went up all the way and they did amazingly well and they've been showcased to do that. They failed at a bunch of stuff before that they're just not telling you about. So chances are 99.9% of people that you're seeing right now who've been successful have failed horribly, have failed miserably, and have failed not once, not twice, countless times before they hit that one success. And if you meet that random one person, or if you're that random one person who's been successful right off the bat, be careful, be afraid, be very afraid, because you randomly got lucky. You didn't learn your way towards that. You didn't work your way towards it. You just randomly came up with something and it popped off. The reason I'm telling you to be careful is because you're about to fail. It's just part of the journey. It's how things go. So if you're someone who's starstruck by business right now and is thinking about it, understand that you're going to have to embrace failure, which is a good thing. The second uncomfortable truth about business is that you know that cool idea you have or you had and you think you would have made millions, or you have an idea right now and you're certain it's going to do well. Well, here's the reality. Ideas are a dime a dozen. I learned this from one of my partners in my AI and robotics company. He said the tech industry, the AI industry is full of people with ideas. It is not the guy with the idea who wins. It's the guy who implements the idea in a workable form. In the tech industry, we call it an MVP, a minimum viable product. That's the person who wins. So if you have an idea and you're afraid that someone's going to rip you off, or if there's somebody else who has an idea and you wish you had the idea, doesn't matter. So if you're in business, or if you're thinking of going into business, understand that an idea means nothing. It's the execution of the idea that means everything. Ideas are linked to our third uncomfortable truth about business, and that is, you know all those cool degrees you got when you went to business school, or the diplomas or the courses you've taken? They are worth 0 in the real world. I am a business school graduate, and everything I thought I learned in business school that I thought I was going to use, I didn't use. And I had to learn everything from scratch. That's just the way the game is played right now. You simply cannot learn entrepreneurship, become very good at it, and go out there and execute and be a winner. You have to get in the trenches. You have to do the dirty work to learn how things work, but more importantly, to unlearn the way you thought things work, so then you can actually work on the things that need you to work on. So degrees, qualifications, etc., 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 are useless. Real world experience is all that matters. The fourth uncomfortable truth is that no one will understand you. No one will be able to relate to you. You will be asked weird questions. You might be ridiculed, or you might be belittled. The only people who will understand you are entrepreneurs or business owners who are in the trenches, who are doing it themselves. Your 9-to-5 friends, your family, your college mates, none of them are going to be able to understand or relate to your hours, the way you think, the things you do, the things you're thinking of doing, so on and so forth. And that's okay. There's a very small percentage of people who are in business for themselves or in the process of becoming business owners, entrepreneurs, and that's just how it is. Uncomfortable truth number 5. Nothing ever works out the way you planned it to. And that's the way it's supposed to be, because they're supposed to take you in directions where you're supposed to learn, you're supposed to pivot, and you're supposed to get better and better and better. In my AI and robotics company, the original product that we started selling 3 years ago is no longer the product we're selling. During the times of the C word, we had to pivot, we had to change, we had to do other things to make sure we had a healthy stream of income coming in. And during the process, we got in the trenches with our customers and we learned their pain and problem points that allowed us in retrospect to create a new solution almost from scratch for them, which is now the thing that we sell across all markets and is doing very well. Had we not had to pivot and learn and understand those things and let go of our egos and our attachments to our intended product, we wouldn't have been where we are today. Same thing for my consulting business. I started out thinking one thing and I moved completely into a different direction because of what I learned, because of what I absorbed, and quite frankly, because I understood that I can deliver far better results that empower people, that make me happy in that area. And that's what I do today. So that is the natural course of events for things. You might be shown things and projections and people are like, oh, we always deliver, everything happens according to plan. It doesn't. It never does. And the last most uncomfortable truth, ladies and gentlemen, about business today in the world is that if you're in business, all your traumas, all your subconscious patterns, every single piece of crap that you've had to deal with in your life is going to pop up when you least expect it, and you're going to have to deal with it. If you grew up thinking you're not smart enough, you're not confident enough, you're not intelligent enough, everything's going to jump at you when you least expect it to try and slow you down. And that is why most companies shut down. People simply cannot fight their inner demons. People usually end up losing the battle against their psyche, against the way they've been taught, against the things they've grown up thinking and believing about themselves to be true and about the world to be true. And sooner or later, they're given, yes, the manifestation looks different. The way you see them talking is different. They give you logical and rational reasons. We ran out of money. We ran out of this. This thing wasn't working. That thing wasn't. Well, if you ran out of money, what did you do to make more money? What did you do? Did you go seek a loan? Did you start a JV? Did you... Depends on the profile of the person. Depends on what that person was taught growing up. That's why lots of people are told that entrepreneurship is a lonely journey and 95% of businesses fail. So when people start a business, they run into a problem and they immediately default to thinking that, oh my God, I'm one of the 95% and my company is going to fail. This is the nature of subconscious belief systems that drive people. So only people who are self-regulated, self-empowered, self-driven, and have a deep desire to succeed, overcome and conquer these demons. And they're the ones who move on to build the huge mammoths like Apple and Tesla that you see today. So I hope this has been useful. I hope this gives you some insight into what you're signing up for and what you should be ready for and what's going to allow you to succeed. I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.